y'all, welcome to Scratch 3D Printing. In this video, I'm just going to talk about my journey on YouTube and 3D printing and a little bit about myself, recap most of the things that has happened in the past 2 years and what I want to do in the future for this channel and in my life. Let's scratch to this topic. Okay, that makes sense. Scratch to this topic makes sense for this video. So as of right now, recording this video is December 24, 2025, and my first video was on December 24, 2023. So right now it's 2 years since I have been making videos on YouTube and being on YouTube, which to me seems like very fast. I feel like it was just yesterday. First of all, I want to thank you everybody out there that has been supporting me, watching my videos, being a subscriber, leaving all the likes, commenting, sharing my videos. Thank you so much for all of you, including all those people that has become a Patreon member and those of you that has become a YouTube member on this channel. Thank you so much to everybody out there. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so thank you so much for all your support. My K2 Plus is running around, so I hope you guys can still hear me with all the noise from the K2 Plus. But anyway, 2 years ago, December 24, 2023 is when I first made my video on the K1 Max. That's the day that I got the 3D printer, and it's the day that I created that video of the K1 Max. I just rewatched that video and oh my gosh, it was so bad. Welcome to another video. Today we have a Creality K1 Max. I'm gonna unbox this, open it, set everything up, review it, print something, and I'll compare it to my CR6 SE, but my CR6 SE is dead. The thread in the heat block is completely messed up. Oh, my finger just got crushed. I don't know, it's my first video and I feel like as I'm doing more of this, I'm getting more comfortable and hopefully the video quality is getting better. And I know that by buying a microphone like this, the quality has improved so much from all those previous old videos. And definitely with the help of you guys commenting, telling me that this is bad, this is good, also helped me improve my videos so much. So thank you once again. Right now it's 2 a.m. in the morning. So I usually record my videos at night time because, you know, family and stuff like that, right? They're gonna come to the door, they're gonna knock, they're gonna ask you stuff and stuff like that. I'm still single, living with my parents, so, you know, stuff like that. I usually record my videos at night time at around 12 midnight because that's when everybody goes to sleep and I have like 2-hour period of free time. So I usually record my videos at nighttime. Like 95% of my videos is recorded during nighttime. Then I would do side project in the daytime so that I can edit, record everything, finish the video during the nighttime. When I get a new 3D printer, it usually takes me like 4 to 5 hours to get everything recorded, to get everything unboxed, record, and set it up. Then I would do my print test like tomorrow and stuff like that. So usually I start at 12 and then record my videos until like 4 or 5 in the morning. Then I get everything set up and stuff like that. Then I go to sleep, and then tomorrow, the next day, I will print and do more testing. And so that's how I'm making all my videos here. Regarding of the 3D printers, how I get them is I use my own money to buy all my 3D printers. I kind of wish I get some sponsor from here and there by getting the new 3D printers to test out first, like many other channel has, but I don't know. Unfortunately, none of the 3D printers that I bought is sponsored or like they gave to me for review and stuff like that. But I'm totally fine with it. I feel like taking this route of buying my own 3D printer and taking this route instead of having sponsored 3D printer companies out there. I kind of feel like all the videos is like very organic, or like it's fully my opinion, my experience of testing the 3D printer. I can say good things about it, I can say bad things about it, and you know what, there's like no conflict or anything like that, right? Because I bought the machine and I just make video for it, showing my true experience with it. I can say good things, I can say bad things, I can recommend, I cannot recommend, I can do whatever I want. But I feel like even in the future, if I get video sponsors like a 3D printer sponsor, they give me the 3D printer for free in exchange for a review, a video, like more videos in the future for them. I feel like I'm still gonna be the same. I'm still gonna test the 3D printers like how I always do, how I use it, giving my true opinion, the goods, the bad, recommend, not recommend. I feel like even if they give me a 3D printer, I'm still gonna do that since I'm kind of wired this way from now on. But that's that. And in terms of how I have afforded all my 3D printer is through the YouTube channel and all of you guys watching my videos. I was able to buy many 3D printers because of you guys and the videos I made, you guys watch, and I get paid by YouTube, which is amazing, right? So I'm gonna revert back to my K1 Max. Why did I buy the K1 Max? Well, during that time, I had my other 3D printer, which is Creality CR6 SE. And at the time, the CR6 SE was a really good 3D printer, but I've been playing with it, been printing with it, and it kind of broke, and it was not a direct drive and stuff like that, so it was hard to print with other types of materials. And I don't know, my CR6 SE was just kind of broken at that time, so I was looking for new 3D printers, and I saw the K1 Max came out, right? I was about to get a Bamboo 3D printer, but it's a little bit smaller on the size, and I want to print things that are bigger, so I decided to get the best of the best during that time. And through countless research, I found that the K1 Max is like a really big 3D printer, right? 300 by 300 by 300, so why not? And during that time, I felt like I should just go all in or don't even buy at all. So that's why I decided to buy myself the K1 Max. At the time, I think it was about $1,000, which is a lot. I kind of had two routes. One route is just open, use a 3D printer as like a normal person use it, or try to record videos and post it online to see if anybody is gonna watch, so that I can get a little bit of revenue from YouTube and buy more 3D printing stuff, which has been amazing to this day. So from that point, I started making more videos from here and there, showing how to fix, how to root, stuff like that on the K1 Max, and it started getting traction, which was really amazing at that time. Then I finally got monetized by YouTube, and that was like a really huge moment for me. So then I started focusing more on making videos. Then I kind of grow it, and every single dollar that I get from YouTube, I save it and I reinvest it to making better videos for all of you guys. I use all the money I got from YouTube, buy more 3D printers, buy more filament, buy more accessories and stuff like that. Everything related to 3D printing, the money I got from YouTube, I just put it all back into buying more stuff related to 3D printing and making more content video for you. So once I started getting monetized from YouTube, I save all my money, and once I have enough, I buy my next 3D printer. And then I try to make content for that 3D printer and try to do side projects, videos as well, make videos, get some money from YouTube, and then use that towards my next 3D printer. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now I have 9 3D printers, which is crazy. I never thought that I would buy this many 3D printers, and I just feel like I want more and more 3D printers as time goes on. Every new model I just want it, every new model I just want it. But the limitation now is still money and space. I don't really have any more space to put my 3D printers, so hopefully in the future here I can get like a bigger warehouse or like a small office that I can set up my 3D printers in there. I also found out that there's not that much videos out there showing you how to maintenance your 3D printer, like removing the nozzle, changing the nozzle, clearing clogs. So I decided to, hey, since nobody's doing that, I might as well try that and see if people like it. And turns out those videos are like the top videos on the channel now. So I am very grateful that those videos are helping you out and helping you clear your 3D printer and helping you clear clogs on your 3D printer, help you, put it back together, take it apart. I received so many comments saying that the videos is very helpful, and I am very happy that it is helpful to you. Now I'm just gonna talk a little bit about what I have been wanting to do since I was a little kid. When I was a little younger, I always had this thought in my head that I want to do stuff by myself, right? I want to create this thing, I want to create that thing, because when I need something and I go search online, try to get that, try to go to the store to buy the things that I wanted, it's not there. Like, it's not there. They have some version of it, but it's not the version, or it's not like an item that I would need for this particular object or for this particular project. So ever since I was younger, I have always wanted to DIY stuff for myself, wanted to make custom of this thing, that thing. And at that time is when the 3D printing industries really start coming out to life. About 10 years ago, 3D printing just kind of started, and I didn't really know what 3D printing was until I found some videos out on YouTube. People are 3D printing stuff, they can custom make this thing, they can do that thing. And it was like, that is what I really want. So I bought my first 3D printer, and it was so trash. but that's another story for another video. So fast forward to right now, I feel like since I got all these 3D printers and I'm a little bit older and I kind of know what I'm doing with electronics, building batteries, wiring, stuff like that, I can kind of 3D model, but not the best model out there. I can make simple stuff, not complicated stuff. Last year summer, you guys saw, I turned my normal bike into an electric bike. It kind of works, but right now it's broken. So this year, I have a plan of making something else besides turning a normal bike into an electric bike, because that was a project that I has always been wanting to do, like a long time. And I feel like that moment I can basically do anything I want with 3D printing as long as I can 3D model it. I'm just gonna tell you guys here right now that this summer I am planning to make a fully 3D printed scooter. I don't know how I'm gonna achieve that, but I have been planning to do that for a while now. And now that I got all these 3D printer and don't really have any project that I have in mind, I can start working on a 3D printed electric scooter for this summer. But that'll be for the summer because right now it's snowing and I can't ride the scooter even if I make it. 3D printing has changed so many stuff in my life. I can make whatever I want. I can do this stuff, I can DIY that stuff. I have also pre-ordered some 3D printers that in the future I'm gonna make videos for it, but they're not here yet. They're still in pre-order and most of them is gonna ship next year in February or March. Hopefully I can get it sooner so that I can test it and make a video for you. I love unboxing new 3D printer even though most of the Core XY is just the same, similar from company to company to company. I feel like it's really similar. All they do is just change the design, put their logo brand on it, and then say that, hey, this Core XY 3D printer is amazing stuff, things like that, right? But I feel like most of it is really similar in performance and speed and stuff like that. Even though they advertise 600 millimeters per second printing speed, yeah, I feel like every 3D printer can do 600 millimeters printing speed. I also feel like that's the standard right now for 3D printers. If it advertises even low speed like 100 millimeters, 200 millimeters per second, people are not gonna really want that 3D printer. Myself included, I was like, no, I want a 3D printer that can print super fast so that I can get my prints done within 30 minutes, 40 minutes, from 4 hours to 1 hour, or from 4 hours to 30 minutes. That's what I want. Not slow 3D printer, I want fast 3D printer. Well, yeah, I talked a little bit about myself in the past 2 years of this channel. So now I'm going to talk about the future of this YouTube channel. The future of this channel, I want to make more videos. I want to do at least 4 videos per week, but sometimes I just don't feel like doing videos because sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of doing random videos and it's really not a benefit for you, the watcher. So sometimes I don't really do videos because I feel like those don't really have any value to you. So most of the videos that I kind of record, I just delete them because there's really no value in that video, and I sometimes just force myself to make videos because I haven't made a video in a long time. But I have been trying not to do that. There's really no value in that video. Even if I do it, it's kind of just like a waste of time for me and for you watching the videos. So for the future of this channel, I will try to make better content, more value videos, and really cool project for you to watch. I also want to have the opportunity to buy like a space, like a bigger space than just my bedroom here, so that I can lay down my 3D printers. And I feel like if I have that, I can produce more video and I can make better content quality videos. Because I have more space, I can lay down my 3D printers, I can move them however I want. And I also want like a dedicated desk to unbox all my 3D printers right there instead of using like this very small compact space here to unbox my 3D printer and make the video, because it's like cramping everything to like this very small space and it's not good. So that's one of the goals for 2026 is to rent out a space or like an office, or even buy like a space that I can move all my 3D printers in there, can make better content for you and have more space for 3D printers and can buy more 3D printers and make more videos and stuff like that. Oh my god, thinking about it is just making me so hype excited. I haven't imagined that for this whole year of me renting out a space, setting up all my 3D printers like onto one side and make a dedicated desk just for unboxing new 3D printers, showing videos, making projects from that one desk and that dedicated space and area like that. But in order to do that, there's only one problem right now, and it's money, right? So hopefully I can get more revenue from YouTube and cover my rental space, cover my stuff, cover all my bills, and also cover all my 3D printers that I'm going to be buying in the future. Hopefully that's going to happen soon so that I can make more better content video. And I feel like that is pretty much what everything is all about in life, right? The limitation is money. You need money to do this. You need money to buy this. You need money to do everything in this world. So hopefully 2026 will be the year where I get a new space and get more 3D printers and just, really excel this so that I can make better content for you. Oh boy, I'm so tired right now. It's 3 a.m. in the morning and tomorrow I gotta wake up 10 in the morning, so I only got a couple hours of sleep. And yeah, I usually make videos at night and then sleep and then just continue the day process. But that'll be it for this video. If you watched the whole video up until this point, thank you so much. Without you, I wouldn't be here. So thank you once again to all of you guys that have been watching, been following the channel, commenting, liking, sharing, becoming a member of the YouTube channel, becoming a member of my Patreon, joining my Discord. Thank you so much. Without you watching the videos, I don't know where I'm gonna be in. I wouldn't be in this position right now. So thank you so much again. But that'll be it for this video. Leave a like, subscribe, because more amazing stuff like this is coming into 2026. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all of you guys. And as always, keep on 3D printing.